Hey everyone, and welcome back to our journey through the Bible. Today, we're diving into the very first chapter of Exodus, a book that marks a massive turning point in Israel's story. Let's get right into it. The book of Genesis ends with Jacob's family settling safely in Egypt, thanks to Joseph. Exodus chapter 1 picks up the story several generations later. The original sons of Israel, including Joseph, have all passed away. But their descendants, they are flourishing. The Bible says they were fruitful and multiplied, becoming exceedingly numerous, filling the land. What started as a family of 70 has exploded into a great nation within a nation. But this incredible growth soon becomes a problem. A new king, a new Pharaoh, rises to power in Egypt. The crucial detail is that he did not know Joseph. All the goodwill and history that Joseph had built up is gone. This new Pharaoh looks at the massive Israelite population not as guests or allies, but as a threat. He grows paranoid, telling his people, "Look, the Israelites have become too numerous and too mighty for us. What if a war breaks out? They might join our enemies, fight against us, and escape from the land." So, what does this fearful king do? He decides to crush their spirit and control their numbers through oppression. Pharaoh's plan is simple: enslave them. He puts taskmasters over the Israelites and forces them into brutal labor. They are compelled to build massive store cities for Pharaoh, named Pithom and Ramses. Their lives become a nightmare of hard service, making bricks and toiling in the fields under the scorching Egyptian sun. The goal was to break them, to make their lives so bitter that their growth would stop. But here's where God's power starts to shine through the darkness. The plan backfires. The more the Egyptians oppressed the Israelites, the more they multiplied and spread. Pharaoh's cruelty had the opposite effect. He intended this only makes the Egyptians more terrified. Their fear turns into dread, and they respond by making the labor even harsher. Seeing that slavery isn't enough to stop their growth, Pharaoh escalates his evil plan from oppression to outright genocide. He summons 2 Hebrew midwives, Shiphrah and Puah. His command is chilling and direct. When you are helping the Hebrew women give birth, if it's a boy, kill him. If it's a girl, let her live. He wants to wipe out the next generation of Israelite men. But these 2 women, Shiphrah and Puah, are the first heroes of Exodus. The Bible tells us they feared God. Their fear of God was greater than their fear of the most powerful man on earth. So, they defy Pharaoh's secret order and let the baby boys live. When Pharaoh confronts them, demanding to know why they disobeyed, they give a clever excuse. They say, Hebrew women are not like Egyptian women. They are vigorous and give birth before the midwives arrive. And God honors their courage and faith. Because the midwives feared God, He was good to them and gave them families of their own. Meanwhile, the people of Israel continued to multiply and become even stronger. Pharaoh, enraged that his secret plan failed, takes his final, most desperate step. He makes his command public to all his people. Every Hebrew boy that is born, you must throw into the Nile River, but let every girl live. The situation has gone from bad to worse. Israel is not just enslaved. They are now hunted. A death sentence hangs over every newborn male child. This is where chapter 1 leaves us in a place of extreme danger and tension. The covenant promises God made to Abraham to make his descendants a great nation seem to be on the brink of extinction. A human king is openly trying to thwart God's divine plan. Yet, even in this dark chapter, we see glimmers of hope. We see God's people growing under pressure, and we see the quiet courage of individuals who choose to fear God rather than man. The stage is set. A deliverer is needed more than ever. The cry for rescue is rising, and we know that God is about to answer. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, be sure to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss our next video, where we'll meet the hero of this story. See you then.